Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and if you're new here, my name is Obu Godswill Uchi, and today I'm super excited because I have an amazing guest with me, and her name is
Erica.
Okay, Erica and I will be reacting to a video from 11 things not to do in South Korea must see before you go to South Korea. So before you go to South Korea, I think you should check this video out and you know what you shouldn't do when you get to South Korea. Without wasting much of your time, let's get right into this.
Seoul is the 5th most populous city in the world and has some of the best street food in Asia. That being said, there are a number of cultural rules that might surprise you. Here's everything you need to know before going to Korea. Number 1. Drinking etiquette. There are a surprising number of drinking rules when it comes to Korea. But the main one is that if a glass is empty, you're obligated to fill it, especially if you're younger than the person you're drinking with. That means that things can get out of hand pretty quickly, so if you don't want to drink a lot, make sure you leave your glass half full. In addition to this, when someone is pouring a glass for you, make sure to always receive the glass with 2 hands to show respect. And again, if the person you're drinking with is older, when you sip from the glass, turn your head slightly away from them as another sign of respect.
Wow.
You have to be careful when drinking in Korea because refusing a drink from someone basically means that you don't want to be friends with them, and they'll take it personally. Number 2. Using chopsticks. The most common mistake people make while using chopsticks in Asia is leaving them sticking upright in a bowl of rice. Now this act is actually part of many Asian cultures' funeral ceremonies and should be avoided at all costs. Number 3. Seating in trains. Now it may sound obvious to say not to sit in the reserved elderly seating, but in some cultures like America, you can take that seat if there are no elderly present, and then just get up and move if someone comes along. However, in Korea, that's absolutely not acceptable, and you'll likely be scolded if you do. That brings me to number 4. Don't talk on trains. In most Asian countries, showing respect to those around you is a big deal, and you'll notice that no one carries conversations on trains, let alone makes a phone call. This is seen as disrespectful to the personal space of others, so try to keep a low profile. Number 5. Don't leave a tip. While tipping in Korea isn't like tipping in Japan, where if you leave a tip it's actually considered insulting, tips aren't expected or required here, so if you do decide to tip, the amount is totally up to you. I have no idea what half of this stuff is. What? Number 6. Don't be afraid to shout at your waiter. While it may seem rude in other countries, in Korea the way to get your waiter's attention is by yelling. The reason for this is that waiters in Korea will leave you alone for your meal, which means the only way to get their attention is to either yell at them or use one of the call buttons located on the side of your table in some restaurants. Number 7. Don't get into a fight. South Korea is one of the safest countries in the world, but their legal system is unfairly biased against international visitors and residents. If you get into any altercation with Koreans, it's best to just walk away, as the law is likely to side with the Korean nearly every time.
Okay, so definitely you shouldn't get in the fight when you get to Korea. Yes, because definitely home advantage. If it's football, they say it's home advantage. So you're not getting to fight, learn how to use the chopstick properly. So they say if you put it upwards, like it's more traditional way when they do their burial ceremony and stuff. So you should learn that etiquette. And then the drinking part, if it's in Africa, then everybody's going to get wasted. Because in fact you're trying to respect the other personal refusing drinks and the rest of that, then you keep on drinking and drinking and drinking. But it's good to know that there are etiquette. So these are things you need to learn, and also keep giving tips. I think it's in here in Africa we don't give tips and rest, but I think in Japan it's not. They find it rude to give tips.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, but so there are things you should learn when you get to other countries, and yeah, it's cool. South Korea have been safe. It's very nice, you know, and they have a lot of tourist attractions, and it's just very good in South Korea.
Yep.
compared to North Korea, where everywhere is rigid and it's very difficult to get into, and the rest of that. Yeah, for South Korea, it's a beautiful place to be. A lot of people want to stay in South Korea. So yeah, what do you think?
Yeah, so that's all.
Let's
Go
continue.
back.
Number 8, there's no such thing as personal space. Seoul has a population of over 25 million people. So if you hate crowds, this is going to be a tough one. Because of the sheer number of people here, being pushed or shoved isn't considered rude, and if anything, it's to be expected. So if you find yourself being shoved or elbowed in a subway, don't take it personally. Number 9. Don't write using red ink. Korean culture is very superstitious, and writing names in red ink is thought to mean that the person will die soon, or that you want them to die. This tradition goes back hundreds of years, when the names of the deceased were written in red on gravestones to ward off evil spirits. So next time you're writing a birthday card in Korea, maybe hold off on using red. Number 10. Don't receive things with one hand. In case you can't already tell, Korea is all about respect. And part of that comes from understanding how to give and receive things. In most Asian cultures, receiving things with one hand is considered insulting and rude. Receiving things with two hands shows respect to the person giving you something. That's why a lot of times when you get change back from someone, even a cashier, they'll hold one arm out with the money and then use their other arm to touch that arm to show their respect. So keep in mind, whenever receiving anything, always receive it with two hands, whether it be a drink, a bill, or any other kind of gift. Last but not least, number 11, always share. Koreans have a special concept of sharing called jeon, and it's difficult to translate into English, but it basically means the connection between people in society. If you don't share, you'll be seen as greedy, which means you have little or no jeon. And in order to travel in Korea, it's important to be aware of this aspect of their culture. And that's about it. If you made it to the end of the video, thank you. It really means a lot. Click the video on the top left to see what you should do while in Tokyo, Japan, and click the video on the bottom to see 11 things you should never do while in Dubai.
Okay, guys, what do you think about the video?
Okay, so I think, the aspect that they said you should use both hands to receive. Okay, so I think it's quite good. It's quite good, but here in Ghana, we just consider the right hand to be appropriate. Like greeting, taking something from someone, helping anyone is being used by your right hand. And what else?
Okay, so with sharing, I think it's normal. It's good to share the neighbor. That shows love. It shows affection. You sharing, and yeah, where I'm from, Nigeria, in Igbo land, when you're greeting your elders, you use both hands. When you're taking something from them, you use both hands. When you're giving them something, you use both hands. It shows respect to a great deal. And also, I found out that there's no personal space, because yeah, just like in India, because of the population and the streets is really empty, so you tend to get shoved, tend to get pushed or hit into, so you shouldn't take that personal. I understand that when you go to Nigeria, there's a market called Oshodi. Yeah, when you get there, you understand what they are saying there, because literally people are going and coming, and the place is always choked up, especially on a weekday. You know, it's crazy over there. So yeah, you should understand that it's not intentional. Like that's the way, that's the culture, that's what they are used to. Yeah. So you do not take it personal. Like in the train, when you say you're sitting on the train and seats are reserved, you don't take it and you don't talk there. So you should. I think it's respectful, because when you get into a bus, especially here in Africa, a lot of people are screaming and shouting, and you know, right? It's just crazy what happens in the bus. All right, guys, thank you for sticking with us. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. Thank you all, because of you guys, we are here dropping videos every single day. I want to say a very big thank you. A big shout out to you guys. So come your way next time. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. So for now, we say